He's the biggest celebrity in the world.
With comparing him to Britney Spears and Paris Hilton, like, I was like, okay. So it seems like to Americans like me and other people, like, you may have flip-flopped on what you had said earlier.
Campaigns are tough, but I'm proud of the campaign that we have run. So all I can say is that we're proud of that commercial.
So far, all we've been hearing about is Paris Hilton and Britney Spears. I do have to ask my opponent, is that the best you can come up with?
I won't grow up. I won't grow up. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school. Just to learn to be a parrot. Just to learn to be a parrot. And recite a silly rule. And recite a silly rule. If growing up means it would be beneath my dignity to climb a tree, I'll never grow up, never grow up, never grow up.
My GPA earned me 5th from the bottom of my class.
No apologies, though, for a musical parody that many around the world took as a true sign of his thinking.
Bomberan, you know, bomb, 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 bomb. Anyway,
when veterans are together, veterans joke. And I was with veterans and we were joking. And if somebody can't understand that, my answer is please get a life.
I had something really picked out for you, too. It's a nice...
Really?
Yeah, it's a nice little IED.
Yes. It's very lovely of you. Thank you.
Imagine a presidential candidate make a joke about IEDs when these kids are blown apart. It's outrageous. That individual owes an apology to every troop that serves in Iraq.
A reaction to John Murtha?
I don't know how to react to that kind of hysteria on a comedy show. I'm going to use humor. When I was in combat and in tough situations, we used humor all the time, and all I can say is to Murtha and others, lighten up and get a life. I'm going to continue to use humor, and I don't, look, that is so, it is such a stretch, I can't respond to it.
Yeah, still not funny. Trying to find it funny. Can't find it funny.
It is hard to know which is more astonishing, that John McCain does not outright deny he told a joke in 1986 about a woman who enjoyed being raped by a gorilla, or the defense that McCain's campaign offered today for that joke and others. Our third story tonight, first, the so-called joke. Quote, did you hear the one about the woman who was attacked on the street by a gorilla, beaten senseless, raped repeatedly, and left to die? When she finally regains consciousness and tries to speak, her doctor leans over to hear her sigh contentedly and to feebly ask, where is that marvelous ape? That was 1986. Here's today's non-apology from a spokesman who said McCain does not recall telling the joke. Not that McCain didn't, couldn't, wouldn't tell such a joke, but, quote, he's long said he's said and done things in the past that he regrets. You just got to move on and be yourself. That's what people want. They want somebody who's authentic, and this kind of stuff is a good example of McCain being McCain. Apparently a rape joke is authentic McCain.
Not me. Not I. Not me. So there.
McCain is often praised for self-deprecation. He now also has a record of picking on those who were close to him, his own staff, and those unable or less able to defend themselves, the elderly, even before he began to join their ranks. And frequently, it seems, women, including not only his own wife with an I stopped beating my wife line earlier this year, with an unrepeatable word years ago, which he denies, but also, as we mentioned, rape victims, and even an 18-year-old. Chelsea Clinton, McCain's target of choice for a 1998 Republican audience for a joke about how ugly she was, a joke that also attacked another woman, Janet Reno, a joke for which McCain later had the decency, if not the authenticity, to apologize.
He's just a ball of fire.
Never gonna be a man. I won't like to see somebody try and make me.
And if you want him to be president, you should know that he likes to pick on women and mock 18-year-old girls for their looks. It implies that they think that his sort of sadistic streak is part of what we ought to like about him.
Well, that's called appealing to the base.
None of this negative stuff, though, you won't see it come out of our side at all. Because
none of the negative stuff will come out of your side.
My husband is absolutely opposed to any negative campaigning at all.
My opponent, of course, is traveling in Europe, and tomorrow his tour takes him to France. In a scene that Lance would recognize, a throng of adoring fans awaits Senator Obama in Paris. And that's just the American press. question, you little jerk.
Cause growing up is awfuler than
You always put up with a lot of tough questions from me. Why is that?
Because you're a real jerk.
Yeah, still not funny. Trying to find it funny. Can't find it funny.
Biggest export was cigarettes, given that supposedly
that's a way of killing them. I meant that as a joke. Osama bin Laden is going to be for Halloween.
These jokes have started already.
Dead.
Oh, dead.
Dead.
Respected gentlemen.
Could I just make a comment? I'm not interested in trading with Al-Qaeda. All they want to trade is burkas. I don't want to travel with them. They like one-way tickets.
What would the media do if this had been a joke from 1986 that suddenly came to the surface that had been told by B. Obama?
We would be in 24-hour special coverage right now, right? Just trying to keep up with the media juggernaut.
That's not change we can believe in.
No, sir. No.